Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I am not a therapist and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those 2 questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. Before we get started with the questions for this week, I want to ask you to please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. This will help the algorithms to push this video and all of the videos out so that they can be enjoyed and be of benefit to others. So that's my ask. All right, let's get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Ashley in Denver, Colorado. Ashley writes, I am trying to manifest a love relationship. Is there a proper or a best way to do this, or is it nonsense? I've read several books on the law of attraction and find that there are several different opinions. Can you help me understand this, please? All right, Ashley, thank you for that question. The law of attraction, it's quite valid. And basically what happens is what is going on within you is what you attract. So for example, if you have an issue with boundaries, or if you have an issue with not knowing what your value system is, then you're going to attract someone else into your life who will challenge you in that way to basically bring to your attention what it is you need to work on within yourself. When you want to attract a love relationship, you really do need to know who you are and what it is you're looking for in a love relationship. The first thing is to love yourself, because that is paramount. You are your first relationship. So it's really important for you to get to love yourself and not look for external validation or look for someone else to love you so that you feel loved. That's number one. Take a look at what you value in relationship. How do you show up in relationship? If you're looking for someone trustworthy, are you trustworthy? If you're looking for someone dependable, are you dependable? All of the things, all of the traits that you're looking for in another person, you need to have within yourself. And if you're not clear on what it is you want, then you may or may not attract someone to you who fits what it is you're looking for. And even with that, I know for a fact, if there is something or some aspect or trait within yourself that you need to see or look for or see within yourself, you're going to attract another person who is going to highlight that for you. The law of attraction is alive and well. It is one of the foundational principles. It's one of the laws of the universe. As above, so below. What is going on within us is what we attract to us. If you have any insecurity, you're going to attract somebody else to highlight that insecurity within you. So sit down with yourself, find out what it is you like about yourself, what it is you want for someone else, and send a prayer out to the universe asking to have the person that is right for you come into your life. And be the observer first when you're in a relationship with someone. Sit back and observe how they treat you, what they say to you. Not just what they say to you, but what they do. What are their actions? Do they fit with what you are looking for? Are there any red flags? You want to address them as quickly as possible and find out early on whether this is a game changer, whether you want to walk away from the person or whether you want to go forward. But bottom line, you really do need to continue to do your own inner work to discover more of who you are. All right, I hope that helps you. Please comment below, let me know what you think, or send me an email. All right, the topic for today is exploring the power of gratitude. Gratitude, to me, it's a superpower. The universe does not see things in a negative. If you say you don't want something, the universe does not hear that you don't want something. All it hears is, this is what you want. Energetically, gratitude shifts your internal energy. It shifts how you feel. And the universe is looking at how you feel and what you're putting out, which means if you are grateful, the universe says, oh my goodness, this person is so grateful. Let me just mirror that back to the person, because it's a mirror. It's as above, so below. Whatever it is you're feeling, whatever it is you're putting out is what you're going to get back. With the power of gratitude, if there is something you want, it's always, always, always going to be in your best interest to be grateful for what it is you have, rather than admonishing or rather than speaking negative about a person or about what is in your life. Look at what is working in your life. And that is going to help you to attract more of what it is you want in your life. Gratitude, I believe it changes your mental makeup. It can help you physically. It can help you achieve goals. For example, you want to lose weight and you're having difficulty losing weight. Well, be grateful for what you have been able to do. That's going to motivate you to do a little bit more. If you're grateful, then the universe may bring somebody, being a personal trainer, into your life, or somebody else who wants to exercise with you. There's just being positive. And I'm not saying being Pollyannish. I'm just saying being grateful and positive in your life. That is going to be mirrored back to you. Keeping with the same theme of losing weight, if you are constantly saying, oh my goodness, I'm so fat. Oh my goodness, I'm so fat. I'm this. Guess what? You're always going to be that way, because that's what you're telling the universe. And you're telling the universe, this is what you want. It's really imperative that you have gratitude. One of the things that you can do is in the morning, when you first wake up and open your eyes, think of at least 2-3 things that you can be grateful for, and feel what that feels like in the body. When you go to bed at night, do the same thing. What occurred during the day that you are grateful for? It could be something as simple as, I'm grateful that I was able to wake up and get going today, or I was able to have food, or I was able to do something for myself. Because you think about, there's so many people out here who maybe they don't have food. Maybe they are debilitated. Maybe they're dealing with some health issue. There's always something positive going on in your life, regardless of what is happening in your physical life or in your surroundings. Being grateful is a game changer. So that's all I want to say about that. Let's go ahead and get to the final question for today. The final question comes from Thomas, who is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Thomas writes, my therapist has told me that I need to learn how to establish boundaries with my mother. I'm not sure how to do this or why this is necessary. She always means well, and I am an only child, so that's why she's like that. Good question, Thomas. And it's a sensitive topic because you're talking about the mother-child relationship. I'm assuming that you are an adult, and one of the things that you can do is have a conversation with your mom and set boundaries, reset boundaries, let her know how you feel when she oversteps your boundaries, or maybe she doesn't even know what your boundaries are. Each of us has to be trained how to treat another person. And it is up to the individual who wants the boundaries to actually train others as to what the boundaries are and what the consequences are of not honoring those boundaries. With your mom, of course, because she birthed you in the world, she may not see boundaries. However, if you sit her down and say, hey, I'm an adult, I know you love me, I know you care about me and you want the best for me, this is what I would like to happen. And just have an open conversation with her about it and see where that goes. If you're not able to set boundaries with her and it's still bothering you, I would recommend getting family therapy or going to a family therapist, because there's some other issues also going on here, because there could be issues of control, issues of not being able to let go, myriad of issues going on in the relationship. But my first step would be to see if you can have a conversation with her to set boundaries. I remember having to do this myself as a kid, as a matter of fact, wanting to be called by my given name versus a nickname. And I still remember telling my grandmother who raised me that I wasn't going to answer to my nickname anymore. There was a bit of fear there, but I was determined to change and set a boundary where that was concerned. And I was raised in a very strict household. You didn't talk back. You did what you were told. But I still set that boundary. It took her a few times of calling me by my nickname and me not answering, because remember, there has to be consequences if the boundary is violated. And my consequence was, I'm not going to answer. When you call me, I am just not going to answer. And tell me, that is a huge issue, or was back in the day, because you did what you were told. And if somebody called you, an elder, you answered. The point is, have that conversation with her. Be clear on the boundary that she is violating. Be clear on making sure she's aware of how this makes you feel, and set a new boundary and see where she's coming from too. And if all else fails, go to a therapist, the two of you, so that you can resolve this, because it can escalate into a lot of resentment, and you don't want that. All right, we have come to the end of the video for today. I thank you. I thank all of you who have taken your time to listen to me answer these questions and talk about the topic. If you have questions that you'd like me to answer, please email them to me. The email address is padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. If you would like to learn more about the services that I offer, please go to my website, padmalifecoaching.com. On there, I have information on astrology, past life regression, life coaching, and you also can sign up for a session. You can learn more about how I do the work that I do. If you would like to learn more about me, check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. In that book, I talk about my life journey and how I work through some of the trauma that I encountered and healed some of that trauma. You can find the book online at any of the online bookstores like Amazon, Barnes & Noble, 8 Books, Walmart. Check online for And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. I am hosting a virtual healing retreat called Caring for the Soul. This retreat is happening on April 29th and 30th. It's online. There will be 5 presentations. I will be giving one of the presentations, and there are 4 other presenters who are experts in their field. If you want to learn more about the retreat, please go to the Eventbrite website and look for Caring for the Soul. The link is going to be below in the comment section, so that all you really need to do is click on the link. I hope that you have a wonderful week ahead. Please email me if you have questions, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Bye-bye.